Okay, peeps, this is your time. What's on your mind today? Problems, issues, what you got?
Um, I have a buyer who's looking a positive purchase of the house, for an investor who's overseas and it's cash purchase. And the seller is hesitant to sell to an out-of-country buyer. And she says she doesn't want the risk. Is there any risk involved in something like that?
Okay, so the situation was he's working with a buyer that's out of the country and the seller doesn't want to sell to them because there's risk.
I didn't understand what it was. I wanted to look at anything that.
Okay, so that's an objection. Okay. The rest of your career, you will do nothing. And folks at home, if you can roll over without leaving your warm spot in the bed, you can use your chat box to interact with me. I know I'm so funny. Um, that's an objection. The rest of your career will be nothing but dealing with one objection after another. So how do you, okay, I'm not going to give you what they call objection handlers, okay, because they don't work. Objection handlers would be this belief that people will sell you. They'll sell you. They want you to come to their conference. They want you to buy their scripts. They want you to buy their CDs. Uh, they want you to join their website. They got all kinds of shit they're trying to get your credit card number for. That's their job. Okay. Get your credit card number. So they want you to believe that if you just give them your credit card number, they're going to give you solutions to this stuff. It's not true. It's total bullshit. If I was them, I would probably do the same thing because they're trying to run a business and the business is to get your credit card number. But the truth is, there's not little smart ass comebacks you can give people that makes them change their worldview. Does it work with you? How old is your daughter? So when your 13-year-old has a little smart ass reply to you, does she ever have that? Oh yeah, that's totally, you go, well now, honey, I never thought about it like that. You're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. No, that ain't working. It doesn't work. Right. That's why objection handlers don't work. In this situation, in all objections, you just have to start asking questions.
You say risk.
Right. Right. Because dumbass things can't be explained. Right. Some people would call that what? There is a word for that. Okay, paranoid. What's another word less xenophobia? We're heading towards the word. What's the word? Uh-huh. And they all lead into fear leads into this. That leads into this too. These are all components of this one word, discrimination. When you don't understand people, when you're afraid of people for really no good reason, you just are because they're not like you. When you don't understand their worldview, when uh, when you're apprehensive, we discriminate against people because we don't understand them. If we did understand them, we wouldn't be afraid of them. Usually, in almost all cases, they're human beings just like me, just trying to live their life and get by. They might have a different view on something than I do, but it doesn't make them less of a human being than it makes me. It just means we don't agree on that. Right. So I don't know if you can refuse to sell a piece of real estate to somebody on the planet because of where they're from. That sounds dangerous to me. Right. But how you deal with objections, which is all Chris is dealing with there, is just like seek to understand Oh, they almost never can. You go, well, if you don't want to sell a property to somebody based off of where they're from on this planet, that makes me worried for you. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think we can do that. Did she ever able to express a legitimate concern?
She, I played softball last year,
Okay.
so.
What else is on your mind? People at home in bed, how are your donuts? Are they good? What's on your mind?
I always have a hard time when people ask me for new construction. It's hard to find it. How can I, because they don't, not all the buildings are based on economics.
Right. So the question was when people ask for specifically new construction, it's hard to find them. Send you a list for new construction. Okay, well, let's just role play that out. Send you a list of new homes.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I want to.
You just want new construction? Help me understand. Only new construction, nothing else?
Could be also.
Less than 3 years old? So not, they don't necessarily have to be brand new. Okay, can I guess is what you're looking for is a home that's already in really good shape that you don't have to do a lot of fixing up to and is up to modern standards? Is that what you're, is that fair to say? It is. So if there was a home that was 20 years old, but had been completely updated and modernized, would you be interested in that? Maybe. What would keep you from being interested in that?
I've been built recently.
Okay, how come? It smells like new? Okay, that's fine. I mean, do people buy cars like that? Some people only want a new car. They won't buy a resale car. Okay. If that's what you want, then that's what we'll do. But a lot of times that's not what people want. What a lot of times what they want, they just want a home that's in move-in condition and completely up to date. It's been modernized. Okay. So you've got to figure that out. A lot of times you're going to have people ask you, they just want foreclosures. Send me a list of foreclosures. Anybody ever done that? Like, do you have a list of foreclosures? Do you have a list of new construction? No, I don't either. I'm sorry. Okay. Was that a complete and accurate list? You don't know. Right. We don't have a database of new construction. We don't have a database of foreclosures. When somebody asks me for, send them a list of foreclosures, what is it that they're looking for? They want a deal. Okay, so I would ask them that. That's what I know, right? You only want a foreclosure? Aldo, you only want a foreclosure? You want a deal. Does it matter to you who actually owns the house that's a deal? Do you, so it doesn't just have to be banks. Right. Because it could be that a foreclosure is a deal. It could be that they're not a deal. So you're looking for properties that are being sold below market value. Can we focus on that? Okay, good. He's not really looking for foreclosures. He's looking for a deal, right? They're probably not only interested in new construction, but if they were, okay, where? In Lawrenceville. Okay. And do you have a maximum price that you'd like to stay under? Like, give me a ceiling, something. Mike, don't go over this. What would that be? 450? Okay, so you want a new home in Lawrenceville under 450,000. Okay, in the perfect world, what would this house look like? Like, if you had to name one thing, what's the one thing that it has to have for you? Okay, well, they're all going to have that. I don't know of any one-bedroom homes that are being built for 450,000. Is there anything else that would be special to you? There's not. So just any 450,000 new home in Lawrenceville, and the first one you find, you'll buy it. Oh, you won't. So there needs to be something special to you about the house. What would that be? Well, if you don't know, honey, how am I supposed to find it?
It's anywhere, like, any new construction.
Okay. What am I doing? How,
With
I'm asking questions. Does she sound like she knows what she's doing? Does she sound like she's very motivated and interested? No. Do I want to spend a lot of time with her? No. But, but somebody's saying they lost me. You ain't lost me. I'm right here. You might have lost you. Am I back? Lacey, am I back? I am. Okay. How would you know if you lost me? You can't even see that screen in front of you. Do you want to spend time with this customer? I bet you do. Why would you? Yes. Some of you are starting to get the answers down. You don't have any other prospects. You don't have any other prospects. So when they start saying broad, general bullshit things that you can't figure out how to do, you start chasing your tail and trying to figure out how to do them. But if you had 10 other prospects, you wouldn't. So new construction in Lawrenceville under 450. And you're not just going to buy the first house that you look at, but you also can't tell me what it is about the house that would be special to you. Then how am I supposed to find this? No, I would talk to her like that. I would. And if you don't want to, it's because you're a little sissy. Man up. Come on. Look, if you spend your whole life running away from confrontation, you ain't gonna make any money. I'd get out of this business. I would. Look, honey, I really do want to help you, but like we're gonna have to like be a little bit more specific than this. Okay. So is there one or two things that you're really hoping to find in this next house? And if she can't answer that question, I'm like, okay, well, why don't you spend some time thinking about it and give me a holler and let me know. Okay. I can't go back to work and work with people that aren't as crazy as you are. Okay. Because, man, this is a big one. Okay. We're not going to spend all morning on this, but we could. We could spend till like noon on this. Lots and lots and lots of people want you to go looking for the needle in the haystack for them. Yes, they do, because it costs them nothing. You are free to them. That is a problem. Look, that model is a problem. I don't charge you anything to work here every month. I don't. And that's a problem. And I'm having to reconsider it now. I don't know what we're going to do, but I got way too many people. I have way too many people using my company as a free place to hold their real estate license. And that was not the intent. The intent was not to put burdens on you as you were trying to get your business up and running. But I got way too many people parking a license here, floating in and out as they treat it like an abstract very minor piece of their life, and it's costing me a fortune because I have to have all this stuff, whether you're here to take advantage of it or not. And people are doing the same thing to you, and it irritates the living hell out of you, just like it irritates the living hell out of me. That person wants you to run all over Lawrenceville trying to create a list of new construction for them and send it to them as they kind of sit back in their easy chair and sip their margarita and decide whether they feel like lifting a finger today or not. And I know how that feels because I feel it too right now. It's very annoying. I get a real attitude about people using my company as a free place to hold their real estate license when they don't really care whether they sell homes or not. What do you think I should do? What would you do if you were me? Would you ask them to go find someplace else? Yeah, but they have a problem. What do you think their problem would be if I ask them to go find someplace else? They can't because nobody else is stupid enough to do what I'm doing. So you know what you can do? You can probably do what I should be doing, though I'm very reluctant to do it because the reason we're doing it this way is to give everyone a chance to get their business up and running without swamping their boat in the process, with not keeping your financial, because a lot of times when you're first getting started, I know I was there, you don't really have the money to get going. And so if you leave here, and you're welcome to, and you go someplace and they even want to charge you $100 a month, like, I really can't do that right now. I know, I know, I've been there too, where $100 a month sounds like a lot of money. Or it's just, I just can't take on any more financial burdens right now. I get it. And you know what they would think? Well, you just want a free place to hold your license. No, 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 I'll pay you, but I only want to pay you when I close something. Yeah, but you're not very committed. I mean, you're not really trying. You're a part-time agent. At best, you're a part-time agent. That's what they want you to do. They want you to run all over God's green earth trying to find them homes. And meanwhile, they sit back in their easy chair, sipping their drink, deciding whether they can't even tell you what kind of homes they want to find. Should she do that? Unless she has to. Why would she have to do that? Well, okay. So that's a good answer, but listen to how crazy that sounds. So she has bills to pay? We all do. Sure. But like, am I going to make any money off this customer? May, Jasmine.
Maybe people still may come on this.
Yes, but she has bills to pay. I'm sorry. Say it again. Get another client, but she doesn't have another client. What? No, now you're crazy. She said, go look for another client. Would you start getting in the real world with the rest of us, please? Is that why you got a real estate license to go look for clients? No, you lying dog. It is not. Why did you get a real estate license? What were you thinking? I know that's what everybody in this room thought. Say it real loud so everybody can hear you. Everybody I know is going to want to purchase a home with me. Everybody in this room thought that. And you're not wrong. The people that you know really well will do that. But what's the problem? You be quiet for a while. What's the problem? You don't know enough people. And the people you do know, like, watch, this is going to suck. They only move once a decade. Right. That's the problem. That's the problem. Go find another customer. She didn't get into real estate to go find another customer. You didn't either. Does anybody want to say that they did? You did? You had to? You had to. Uh-huh. So that's what you spend all day, every day doing. Really? Should I do this? You, Stephanie, you want me to? You want me to go after it? No, I mean, I'm in a good mood this morning. It's Monday. Let's don't ruin the whole week. Just say, uh, here's the nicest way I know how to answer that. Then you have to convince me you are the worst salesperson in the city of Atlanta. And I don't really believe you are. Okay. So then those two things cannot exist together. I spend all day looking for customers. I have almost no customers. Either you are full of bullshit and lying to me, or you are the worst salesperson in Atlanta. One of those two things has to be true. You are not the worst salesperson. I'm not saying you're bullshitting me. I'm not. I'm just saying you're not the worst salesperson I know. Miguel is. No, I'm teasing. The reason why she will chase her tail and try to help this new construction customer, which to all of us sounds like a bad customer who's not ready to buy, doesn't know what they want. You could show them the perfect house today and they're not ready to buy it. They don't even know. When I ask somebody, what's the number one thing you're hoping to find? Now you have to say it like that. You have to sell it. You have to act it out. You've got to say it like, we're at Disney. Let's have some fun. Let's just play. What's the number one thing you're hoping to find in this new home? And it's almost a secret. And they can't tell me one freaking thing they're hoping to find in this house. I don't, I mean, I'll stay in touch with you. I'll stay sticky with you, but you ain't ready to do anything yet. Nicole, you just bought a home. Nicole, what was the number one thing that you're hoping to find in the next house? A vanity in your bedroom? You don't have one now? Okay. No, no. Well, as if the new place was your next house. And a bigger bedroom? Okay, good. And what would that do? Okay. Do you make a lot of TikToks? Okay, good. What's the number one thing you hated about your apartment? The guy upstairs. So you wanted some more privacy. Yes. Okay, good. That's really good to know. So when I'm looking for places, that's what I do. I look at homes every day. When I'm looking for places, I'll keep that in mind for you, okay? That if it doesn't have privacy, you don't want it. Is that right? Okay, good. That really helps. If there was a number two thing, what would it be? Okay, that's okay. A lot of times they'll say that. They haven't thought about it like that. Like non-negotiables. If it doesn't have privacy, she ain't moving. That's what she's trying to get away from right now. What's, if there was a number two, what would that be? Like location. How important is location to you? If we found the perfect place in Lawrenceville, could you make, no, you don't even, want to go see it. You can't make that work. So location is pretty important to you. Okay, great. Now you can drill down on that. So of all the places in Atlanta, because it's a pretty big place, right? Of all the different places in Atlanta where you could live, what are your top two? Really? Why Buckhead and Brookhaven? Okay. All right. So that's a reoccurring activity. You have to go do that a lot. Okay. See, she does know. She does. Everybody that's serious does. They have something they're trying to get towards and something they're trying to get away from. But if I just say, well, what kind of place do you want to buy? That's such a big, broad question. She probably wouldn't be able to answer it. It would take a more experienced home buyer to be able to answer that question. Somebody that's been through this a number of times. Here's what I want. Here's where it needs to be. These are my priorities. They've learned that if they don't tell the real estate agent that, they're going to look at 100 homes before they find one. And we get frustrated with them. They're getting more frustrated with you. And here's how the customer says it. Our agent just doesn't listen to us. They keep showing us things that we're not interested in. Now they say that because, not because it's really true. What's not true about that is we never ask them the right questions to hear them anyhow. So it wasn't that I wasn't interested. You never told me because I never asked the right questions. It'd be like my doctor walking into the exam room and go, so how you doing? Well, if I was doing good, I wouldn't be here. Well, what's bothering you? I don't know. I didn't go to medical school. Why don't you be the doctor and start asking me some higher quality questions? What, I'm supposed to diagnose myself? Then what do I need you for? They help you think your way through this. And when the customer can't answer high quality questions, they're not ready to. You want them to be, they're not ready to be. Does that make sense? What else is going on with you? Hey, you people lounging at home, what's going on with you? Nothing. Everybody's got everything they want in this life. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you.
There's a portion of my own, wants to do it in all. Themselves, my client really likes the property a lot. The for sale, my owner doesn't, keeps coming back with all kinds of things like, well, I'm not paying a commission and this thing, that thing, and the other. We would like to purchase the property, but the seller's not really, keeps asking for more and more and more and more.
What do you mean? Do they have a price on the house?
They have a price.
Have you made an offer?
Yes.
Okay.
They liked the offer, then they came back and said that it didn't qualify. They actually said that it was above the other offers, but it didn't qualify for what their bottom line is. And then asked me to cut my commission to make their bottom line.
Okay. So, okay. So what do we call that? Their net. Gross and net. Is anybody not familiar with what the difference between gross and net is? Well, you wouldn't raise your hand now anyhow. So it was a bad quality question on my part. So what was the price that they were asking for their home?
Started out at four.
No, what's the price that right now today they're asking for their home? 463. Okay. Does that include a commission to an agent?
2%.
Okay. And what?
It wasn't listed. It was actually, that was not disclosed at all. It said, agent is acting as transaction coordinator only. Then they brought up later that the agent was 2% in addition.
What agent? What are you talking about?
Well, it's not. But later, he claims that there is an agent that he's talked to. He said this was not disclosed. So it just keeps adding things.
I'm wondering if you're the one that keeps adding things. Is the home listed?
Yes.
I thought you said it was a for sale by owner.
Well,
Okay, Atticus.
it
No,
was
we're not
listed.
going down this road. You are all jumbled up here. Okay. So is it a for sale by owner or is it a listed property? It's a yes or no question.
It,
Okay. It was listed for 463.
for sale. Uh, uh, didn't want to work with the seller and, is only working as a transaction for me.
Okay. What's
And-
that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Well, he just keeps on adding things to it. You know, we agreed on a price, and then he says, well, I need an extra 2% paid by agent. And I said, well, it's, you know, it wasn't.
Okay. Did you have,
But. Started out.
okay, next, what else is going on with you? No, no, yeah, I know it is. Yeah, you're jumbled up on this one. I know, but you are. What else is going on with you? You got another one? Holy shit. Okay. What?
After months ago, you said that we shouldn't be posting personal stuff in our Facebook.
It's actually not what I said.
Okay.
I know, that's what you heard.
Personal Facebook page, which is close 80% personal, 20% business.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay, now social media. Okay, so this is a valid one. Let's do a couple minutes on this and then we'll break, okay? You don't have to agree with me. You do not. You people at home, you don't have to agree with me. I'm right, but you don't have to agree with it. You can do it any way your little heart desires. I just see it done mostly wrong. Look, here's the thing. This is the thing y'all don't like. When you decided to become a real estate agent and you decided that you wanted social media to be an aid for you in your real estate business, if you don't care, then I don't care. If you don't care whether social media helps you or hurts you in your real estate business, then do whatever the hell you want. But when you decided to be a real estate agent and when you said, yeah, I would like social media to be a free tool that helps me, then consciously or unconsciously, you decided that you cannot use social media the way everybody else does. I get what all your friends and family do, but that's not what you're doing. You've got to start, it's a whole different equation for you. So now, if you have a private, I'm just going to use Facebook, but you substitute whichever platform into this that you want to. Well, Mike, but I want my friends and family to see my kids grow up and share life experiences with them. I'm like, that's fine. That's what social media was originally created for. But that's not a professional use of social media. Then I would recommend that you get a private closed account that only those people can see. You create an alter ego. Because here's the thing. Well, I have a business page and I want business goes on my business page and my personal life goes on my personal page. I'm like, well, you can't do that because nobody wants to follow your business page. Now you'll get people to do it, but they don't want to. Nobody goes on to Facebook or Instagram today to follow business pages. Do you? What business pages might you agree to follow? What else? Hey, like for me, I follow all kinds of golf sites, Jimmy Buffett sites, Eagle site. I mean, where things that I have a personal interest in or products that I actually, so I will do this. Give me a little show of hands if any of you do it. If I'm on like Facebook and I see a product, an ad of something that I go, I might be interested in that, but not right now. What will I do? I'll like it. What happens when I do that? it'll keep showing up until I'm in the mood to do it. The problem is if I decide that I don't really want that product, it still keeps showing up. Nobody wants to follow your business page. I have 4,998 as of this morning friends on Facebook on my personal page. Every single one of them has been invited to follow my multiple business pages a whole bunch of times, over and over again. I have 814 people that follow my business page. Less than 20%. Right. That's pretty normal. They don't want to follow my business page. That sucks. Nobody goes onto social media to get your salesy bullshit. Right? But they'll follow my personal page. Okay. Now, why am I using social media in my business? Here's the great thing about social media to me, and there aren't many. I get to choose what you get to see, and I get to choose what you don't get to see. So my rules would be only business goes on my business page, but business and personal goes on my personal page. 80-20, 80% personal, 20% business. I don't have a problem with that. Mine's probably 20% personal, 80% business. But then again, if I wasn't in real estate, I probably wouldn't be on any social media platforms at all. I think they're all bullshit. Of the personal stuff that I will share, here's what you will never see, ever. You'll not see my vacations. You won't see me at the Grand Canyon. You will not. I'm having fun at some people's expense right now. You won't see the car I drive. You won't see the house I live in. You can go to any of my social media pages right now and scroll back as far as you want to. You will never see vacation pictures, my house. You won't see too much of the activities that I do unless I had a reason for doing that. I'm not here trying to big time people. I don't want you to see my lifestyle. I don't want you to see my lifestyle because you're just going to judge me off of it. And for all you people that think, well, no, I get a lot of engagement. And like when I post my new haircut pictures, I get tons and tons of people saying, oh, you look so pretty. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. You look so pretty, bitch. That's what they're doing. Nobody's rooting for you. I'm not going to get into this lonely conversation again, but nobody's rooting for you. Stop thinking that they are. Stop seeking your validation from people you don't even know. If that's why we do it. If that's where you're getting your personal validation in life, you need some friends and some relationships because you don't have a support system. That's what I will say. And you're looking for thumbs up, hearts, comments, views, and you're feeling validated from that. I wouldn't. That stuff's not real. They're not rooting for you. They're not going, oh, that Dominique, what a great real estate agent she must be because look at all these great vacations that she gets to take. That's not what they think. No, they think just the opposite. And the reason all of us, every single person on here and in the room keeps getting commission amount objections is because we keep flaunting. You keep trying to make people think that you're making so much money and are so successful because you think it's a credibility contest. It's not. It's a likability contest, and people don't like people who flaunt all the time. Can I give you an example? So I just played in a golf tournament this past weekend, and I had a partner. It's a two-man team thing. And I couldn't wait for this damn thing to get over. I knew it was going to be a challenge going into it. Not that my partner's not a good player. He's a very good player, and we did very well. He is so self-obsessed. I told him at one point over the weekend he ought to get a real estate license. He didn't know I was messing with him. He's like, really? You think so? I'm like, oh, absolutely, Bob. You would make a great real estate agent. But see, he's so into himself, he doesn't explore that. He just goes, well, of course, I would make a great everything. Everything is about him all the time. All the time. When he's playing well, it's about him. When he's not playing well, it's about him. I set a course record yesterday morning, and he never said a word. I wasn't expecting him to, because he didn't even know I did it. Why? Because he never stopped thinking about him, and he wasn't playing very well, and that's what it was all about. Everything is about him. Now, here's my point. By the time yesterday afternoon got there and we were done, do you think I felt closer and more connected to the guy? Or did I just want to get the hell out of there and not talk to this guy again for a really long time? How many of us does that apply to? Where we just make everything about us all the time. And all you have to do is go on almost anybody's social media pages and they prove it to me. It's all about you all the time, isn't it? Well, yeah, people really like it when I do that. No, they don't. Unless, here's, all rules have exception. That is a rule. Your social media sucks. And I'm the only person that'll say it to you. It's either non-existent or I wish it was non-existent. Don't post your vacation pictures. Nobody's rooting for you. Well, the kids' grandparents are. Get a closed page for those people. Please get a closed page for those people. And only they can see the stuff that you put on there. Unless you're the rare individual. And if you think you are, I'm here to tell you you're probably not. There are a very, very small number of people that can pull this shit off. And I'm saying it's less than 1%. It might be like 1% of 1%. But all rules have exceptions. Real estate agents are misusing social media. Yep, they are. Well, but this person, okay, that's 1 in a million. Don't hold them up as the example, like everybody can do that. You can do it. Rip can do it. Nobody else in this company can do it or has done it. And if you think you are, I'll be straight with you. You're not. You have a rare gift. It's not that she's pretty. I mean, she is. She gets why people are watching her social media. Now, even with that, do we still have difficult conversations? Okay. And what do I tell you? What do you do that drives me crazy? Huh?
Which thing?
Well, I want to pick one.
My voice, when I put my leg up, when I act like a 12-year-old. Which one?
Right? All these things, right?
What about your friends?
I didn't know there was actually a purpose to that. What's the purpose of
To
it?
show what shoes you're wearing.
Okay. There's got to be a better way to do it. Because what you're really, so we're giving her a hard time. I gave her a compliment, no, but here's the flip side of it. What you're really doing when you do that is what?
Look like a 12-year-old.
Uh-huh. And she's non-verbally saying, look how cute I am. Don't I look wonderful in this outfit today? And then people will tell, well, I get a lot of engagement. Oh, so pretty. Oh, you look adorable. Bitch. People don't like people that do that. It's okay for somebody else to say that about you. It's not okay for you to say it about you. And that's your nonverbal way of saying, look how pretty I am. So how did we change it? Yes. Right. When you stop telling people how pretty you look today and you start asking people questions, the engagement skyrockets. And that is the way you take the spotlight off of you and you put it back on other people. Yeah, you're still standing there modeling an outfit. So her unique problem was companies were sending her stuff and paying her to endorse their product. So you're telling me to stop doing that? Don't do it that way. Don't say, look at me. Ask. Or what's another way of asking? Well, what did you and I work out? Uh-huh. So demonize, not me personally. Don't use my name, right? And what? What about your broker? Right. Well, does that get engagement? Oh, yeah, it does. Uh-huh. And how many people have stood up for me? Even my wife, leave her alone. She's 25. Let her be 25. I'm like, I don't give a shit how old she is. Can't dress like that. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, we're gaming them. We're gaming the followers. We're gaming the algorithm. We're gaming the whole system. We just flipped it. And the engagement goes right through the roof. All we really did was take the spotlight off of her and shine it on other people, or to shift how the gaze is. Guys, I don't know what the right mix is, but I can tell you this, nobody wants to follow your business page. They don't. You don't want to follow other people's business page. They want to follow you personally. Okay, so now if you want social, if you don't care, then you don't care. But if you want social to be of help to you, then you've got to use it right. And you don't, that's not how your brothers and sisters and your friends use it. I know how they use it, but they're not trying to sell houses to people who know them. I don't know what else to tell you. You don't have to like it. There are some solutions to it, but the way real estate agents by and large are using their social media is god awful horrible. And it is counterproductive. You are working against yourself. The people that normally, if you just kept your mouth shut and stayed off the radar screen, they probably would have hired you just because you're their friend. Now they think you make way too much money and you have some luxury lifestyle and you're traveling the world, but mostly you're getting to do things that they don't get to do and they resent it. But the sad thing is, you're really not. You just big time enough to, they think that. Stephanie, do you have some outrageous lifestyle that I haven't figured out yet? Or like you and your kids and husband, y'all just traveling all over the place all the time, taking weeks and weeks and weeks off, spending all this wonderful time with your children that you just, it's just a dream. Is that your life?
No.
Then why are you making me think it is? Because it makes me not, it makes me resent you because I'm not getting to do that with my kids. Ah. And we think, no, people are happy for me. No, no, that's crazy talk. They are not happy for you. Okay. And if you're not sure what to do with your social, come talk to me and let's flip it around. Oh, we're over already. All right, that's it. Get out of here. Quit making me talk. Go back to sleep. Letitia, you can curl right back up now. Megan already has. She didn't want us to see her. Lacey, let me see those. Turn towards me. Oh, it looks pretty normal. Yeah, not bad. Looks like you got allergies. Yeah. Does it hurt?
It feels like I got hit in the face with a 2x4.
Oh,
It's pretty painful.
how do you know what that feels like?
What's what I would imagine it would feel like.
Okay.
Hopefully, by the end of the week I can feel confident driving.
Is that what they're telling you?
They tell me everybody's different.
Okay, well, that's true. And you are more different than most.
So, yes, my husband had to drive me around this weekend. My
Okay.
buyers laughed at me.
Well, hope it gets, oh, your husband had to go out and play real estate agent with you. That's great. They all should have to do that. You are about to feel enormously appreciated at home.
I hope so.
Yeah, just let him keep doing that. All right.
All right,
See y'all
bye.
tomorrow.